Everyone, just be quiet.
Did you know?
My big has an 81% chance of changing my perspective on what I think is possible in life.
Did you know?
I am 30% more likely to report strong relationships with family and friends.
Cause my big.
We believe sometimes that best thing a child can
have is a friend.
My big has an 81% chance of changing my perspective on what I think is possible in life.
100% of age-eligible littles graduated high school in Washoe County last year.
We believe that together, we can defend the potential of all our community's children.
As a retired teacher, I was looking for an organization to volunteer with, and that's when I looked into Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
I'd heard about it because I work for the food bank, so I know a lot of the programs, and I just wasn't sure how to apply at first. I was going through a rough time with trying to give my time to them, like they need it, and work and be able to afford everything on my own, and the struggles I was going through. And I want them to be able to be kids and not have to see that as much. So I just showed up at Big Brother one day. I needed help.
For 20 years, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northern Nevada have matched children living in poverty with caring, trained, professionally supported mentors from their community. We create long-term, one-to-one friendships that inspire passions, encourage positive decisions, and give kids someone to confide in and turn to for help with everyday things.
I don't want to consider myself a grandmother role because she has her own grandmas and they're fabulous, but for me, it's probably that maternal, grandmotherly feel when I see her accomplish what we've set out to do. I just enjoy doing it. For me, with Nevaeh, she had lived in many, many different locations and went to many schools. And so I had a little personal goal of stability for her. I just felt like moving so much is difficult. So for me, I just always wanted to show up when I said I was going to show up. I felt that was important for her.
Because I work so much, it's really hard for me. Their dad not being around, and that's kind of the biggest thing. Especially, for all of them, it's been rough. Since they've been with Big Brother, we've only moved once. Yeah, so it's just kind of helped me go through the motions of getting stable myself.
We go to pools, we've been to the river, we've been to the lake, a couple of lakes. We looked for those little crawfish.
My favorite thing that I did with Donna was when we went to the lake and we went kayaking. We went fishing for crawdads with a string, salami, and a rock.
The whole experience was just very fun, and to be able to kayak out there and go to a rock and hop on it and get all our equipment and, that kind of thing. So she seemed to really enjoy that.
They do more than just match kids with, littles with bigs. They also help our family. They've come out for Christmas and helped there where we need, and get, they've done so much for our family. Like, we got a laptop when the kids were in COVID and the schools wouldn't give out computers, but expected them to do their school stuff online. And, well, I couldn't afford to buy one on my own, so it's been a blessing. Brought out food and presents. Like, we had the biggest Christmas ever. Like, my kids were opening presents for 2 hours. Yeah, and we lived in a little tiny motel room, so it was like the whole floor. I cried. One memory that I have that really sticks with Donna and Nevaeh is one Christmas, not last year, I think the first Christmas. We all went over as a family because we were living in a motel, and so at that time, I didn't have a kitchen. And so my biggest thing was that we got to make cookies from scratch and cut them out, and a tradition that we would always do. And because I lived in the motel, we couldn't do that. And so Donna, we all went over to her house. I was able to do that at her house. Making that decision to, enroll my kids in Big Brother, Big Sister, and be able to have the opportunity for them to get a match is really, really, really cool. I wish they can get more bigs to volunteer so more kids will have that opportunity.
Our mission is to create and support one-to-one mentoring relationships that ignite the power and promise of youth. There are more than 100 children in Northern Nevada waiting to meet their big brother or big sister. Please visit bbbsnn.org to find out how you can become a mentor or find other ways to help.